And I feel like with that video, we as a community really made a statement saying, hey, back off. We love makeup and don't makeup shame us.
So if you didn't already know, makeup shaming is a thing that actually happens. Basically, it's when people shame others for their makeup, either for the way it looks or for the reason that they're wearing it. Which is just so bizarre to me. Like, do you not have anything better to do with your day than on other people? But anyway. And of course, the people that are makeup shamed the most are beauty gurus that are putting their makeup out for the world to see. And people are so dedicated to makeup shaming that there's actually an infamous Facebook group called That's It, I'm Makeup Shaming, where people just on random people's makeup for no reason. And even just that name, what, it's like you had no other choice, like that's it, I have no other choice but to makeup shame people. Like, what is going on in the world, guys? Hey, what's up, IOers? I'm your host today on the channel, Mackenzie Smith, and today I'm gonna be listing the top 10 influencers that were makeup shamed. Starting off at number 10, we have James Charles. Even though James Charles is one of the biggest beauty gurus in the world, even he can have bad makeup days. One of these days unfortunately went viral on Twitter, with everyone memeing the hell out of him. So if you don't know what flashback is, it's when you use a powder that has zinc oxide or titanium dioxide in it. And although you might look great in person, if you take a picture with the flash, you essentially look like a ghost. So this is what happened to James. He went to a meet and greet with the wrong powder, and in photos he looked really white only on his face. Then of course the internet caught a hold of it and photoshopped it to be even more dramatic. That's when people started calling him out and calling him Flashback Mary. But of course that's when people started to call him out for other things, like calling him a terrible makeup artist, and saying that he has no talent and he shouldn't be the face of CoverGirl. But since James is so used to being hated on, he handled it really well, by embracing the meme and even making a video where he turned himself into the meme. And not gonna lie, the video was really funny, and it was kinda nice to see him just poking fun at himself like that. Next up at number 9, Manny MUA. So Manny is another YouTuber that has dealt with makeup shame, but his hits a little deeper, as he's been shamed by people calling him out for wearing makeup because he's a man, and saying that makeup is for women or people in drag, even going so far as to call him trans because he wants to wear makeup. And sadly, he still felt he needed to address these makeup shamers in 2019, and in an interview with Yahoo he spoke about all this, saying, quote, "Wearing makeup just makes me powerful. It's not about me wanting to be female. I'm a man in makeup. I like wearing it because it's fun," he explains. And if you can believe it, he didn't actually start wearing makeup like he does now until he was 21. But he wanted to make sure that his haters knew that when he wears makeup, it's because he wants to, not because he wants to look like someone that he isn't. Manny even got shamed by a Twitter troll after it was announced that he was going to be the first male Maybelline ambassador, with the troll posting a picture of Manny and saying, "Dads, this is why you need to be there to raise your sons." But Manny's dad actually came through here, telling Manny to post a text of him saying that he's incredibly proud of his son and is happy to have raised him that way, which is just really adorable. Shout out to Manny's dad here for being a real one. In at number 8, Huda Kattan shamed influencer. So this one's very odd, with Huda Kattan of Huda Beauty getting called out for shaming another influencer over her acne scars. Basically, the influencer named M. Ford had dealt with tons of people roasting her online for her acne scars, unfortunately, which is just so terrible. Like, I literally hate when people online make fun of someone for something that they can't change. That's just so low. But anyways, this influencer made a blog post called "The Only Way to Get Rid of Acne Scars, According to the Experts." And Huda shared this post on her brand's social media page. But she added this caption, quote, "The only thing worse than a breakout is the little scars that they leave behind." Which M had a real problem with, because she felt that Huda was shaming her scars and saying that they were worse than breakouts. With her responding in summary, quote, "Dear Huda Beauty, I wanted to say thank you for using my hashtag skin positivity images to tell the world that my face full of scars is worse than active breakouts, and for reinforcing the narrative that anything less than flawless is something we should feel ashamed of, or want to fix and get rid of." And here I'm not sure I want to hate on Huda, because I can see how the caption could have been misconstrued. Like, I think Huda was more saying that it's terrible that she not only had to deal with acne but the scars itself. But anyways, thankfully the women are good now and they actually patched things up. Next up at number 7, Nikita Dragun. So if you didn't know, Nikita is openly trans and has shared a lot of her journey on her YouTube channel. But because she's so open, it has left a lot of room for people to hate on her. One of the main things she gets hate on is for piling on makeup to trick men into thinking that she's not trans, and using makeup as a manipulation. So influencer, if I should even call her that, Tila Tequila took to Facebook to slam Nikita for causing men to sin, and essentially hinting that Nikita won't even get into heaven because of what she's done to her body. And straight up, it's not Nikita's fault that she's so hot that guys want to get with her, okay? And Nikita ended things off by doing the mature thing and brushing it off, But she tweeted, "If I cared about being liked and accepted, I'd be broke." Next up at number 6, Shane Dawson. So Shane's been on YouTube forever, and a lot of the reason why he's stayed around has been because he changes with the times. But some people aren't too happy about it, with his recent transition into the makeup world getting called out a lot. So as Shane started to work on a palette collab with Jeffree, he started to share his love of makeup with his fans, posting pictures and videos of him doing makeup. But not everyone was happy, and some were annoyed that it felt like he was only getting into makeup to sell products, and that all the makeup videos he was doing now seemed very forced. As well, people were mad that he is now on tons of PR lists, when there are much more deserving creators that actually love makeup that should be on them instead. Others saying that since YouTube started cracking down on conspiracies, he's now getting into makeup as it's the new profitable thing. While Shane hasn't directly addressed this to my knowledge, his palette with Jeffree is the most successful launch of all time. So the shamers can keep shaming while he's counting his coin. Having their number 5, James Charles. Another thing that James is constantly called out for is him never having the right foundation shade, as his foundation almost never matches his neck. It's something that he's seen commented on so many of his videos that he even made an entire video where he's trying to find his perfect foundation shade. In the video, he pretty much buys up all the foundation at Sephora and that even comes close to his shade, then spends the entire video just putting the foundation on his face and neck. But even on that video, people were still calling him out for using foundations with yellow undertones, when he clearly has pink undertones, with people commenting things like, "James has light skin with a red undertone." Also James picks dark foundation with a yellow undertone. So yeah, hopefully after all that he got his right foundation shade now. Next at number 4, Gabi DeMartino. So Gabi gets shamed a lot, as we frequently talk about her in these types of videos. But another thing that she's been shamed for is her makeup, especially for wearing too much of it. And then also getting shamed for doing her makeup to look a lot like Ariana Grande. One blogger even took it so far as to do an entire blog post called "What Gabi DeMartino Would Look Like Without Heavy Makeup," where they go in depth showing pictures of her with no makeup on and comparing it to ones of her with a lot of makeup. Honestly, this post is just really odd. Like, the author isn't being mean or anything, calls her beautiful with a bare face a ton of times. But like, to make this whole thing a blog post makes me just kind of feel some type of way. Like, it's a little weird. But anyways, Gabi has addressed this and says that she wore heavy makeup in the past because she was insecure. But now with the filler she's gotten, she feels confident wearing no makeup. Next up at number 3, Thomas Halbert. So this trend is really popular, where YouTubers will do their makeup based on the hate comments they received on their videos regarding how they do their makeup. And the people in the video mainly called him out for his foundation being way too light for him, saying that he puts on way too much concealer and he uses so much blush that he looks like he should be in Whoville. So in this video he addresses the comments by following their advice, and then the result's pretty hilarious. Next up at number 2, Laura Lee. So Laura Lee is another beauty YouTuber that did the hate comments do my makeup challenge to make light of all the makeup shaming that she gets on her videos. Her main criticisms were that her foundation was too light for her eyebrows were uneven when she fills them in, and with people calling her out for doing bad reviews by not using enough shades in the palettes that she's reviewing. But again, in the video she uses extreme sarcasm to give the haters what they want, and the result is incredibly passive aggressive. And finally at number 1, NikkieTutorials. Nikki, like other YouTubers on this list, has not been shy about being makeup shamed, with her constantly criticized by trolls for most of her makeup looks. But Nikki decided this was such a huge problem to her that she started an initiative to end makeup shaming. Nikki created after hearing that some women were almost ashamed to say they love makeup, and that she felt people were being made to feel bad for liking it. So this started a movement with people using #ThePowerOfMakeup, with women uploading images of themselves with makeup on only half of their face. And with the images they're writing about what they think of makeup and why they wear it. Also addressing some stereotypes about women that like to wear makeup. And I just really think this is the perfect way to end off this whole video, because even though makeup shaming probably won't stop anytime in the near future, it's nice to know that women will support other women along the way. Okay guys, so that's all for the video. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of makeup shaming before, or if you've experienced it in your lives. Now I want to shout out a few comments though from my top 10 brands destroyed by social media. So Hello said, "The Peloton drama was so stupid. She clearly asked for that bike for Christmas, and her husband wasn't trying to body shame her or whatever. He was just trying to be kind and buy her the present she wanted." And yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like that whole thing was so overblown, and I'm happy that Peloton didn't actually get cancelled from it, like their sales didn't suffer at all. Then Shinigami said, "Can we all just talk about how cool the Currents t-shirt is?" Thank you, yes it is very cool. I'm so happy about it. It took me like 2 months to get it, but I just love the band so much. I will just like flaunt them whenever I can. Then Amanda Terrio said, "L'Oreal needs to be cancelled because of Amber Heard." And honestly, yeah, I forgot that they were even related, but yeah, I think they need to be. Okay guys, well that's all from me. Like and subscribe if you liked, and follow the team on our socials to be kept up to date with our lives. Mine is down below if you want to check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.